video. In today's video, I'm sharing with you guys what I pack in my diaper bag for 2 babies under 2. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Michelle. I have 4 kids right now. We have 2 older boys. I have a 23-month-old little boy and an 8-week-old little girl. So life is definitely pretty busy. So I want to share with you guys what I pack in my diaper bag for the little ones, because as I was researching what to do with 2 under 2, because yes, as a mom, I was super stressed out and had a lot of anxiety to having to deal with 2 babies under 2. So I want to share with you guys my experience now that I've been doing this for about 8 weeks. I wanted to start off by saying I absolutely love my diaper bag. Now this is a Skip Hop. I forget the model it is, but it does have the backpack, which is super convenient. It's almost a must for having 2 little ones. Oftentimes I'll have my daughter in the carrier, this on my back, and then I'm pushing my son in the stroller or chasing him in a park, or I have both of them in a double stroller, and I just really need to be hands-free. I also love that this material is super easy to wipe down, super convenient. It has this ginormous big pocket. It has this little front mommy pocket here, and then this back pocket. I really love that I can be organized in this, but it's not like, there's not so many pockets where I'm like forgetting where things are and all of that. So to start off, I'm gonna dig into this big pocket here because that is where the majority of all the baby stuff is. I haven't really packed it completely. This is typically how we just have it. I want to show you guys that it's not full, like it's probably 3/4 full. And this is just if we're out for a few hours. We could almost be out for a full day with a bag like this, and it would probably be okay. So like I said, I'm just gonna pull items out, show you guys everything, and yeah, that will be it. So for the first thing is a Contigo sippy cup. This is the straw one. I really like these ones. They're spill proof. You can get them on Amazon. If I can find them, I will link them down below. He probably has like 4 or 5 of these. He typically only drinks water, so that's good. We normally just put water in this, take it on the go, throw it in the bag. We always have water on us for him, so that if he's thirsty and cranky, he's not like losing it. The next thing is just a package of wipes. So yes, these are not in a reusable bag. Typically I'll put them in one of those little reusable Huggies little canvas material ones, but for now they're just in here. I'm sure that they're somewhere else, but we have them. I have just been packing them in here. Before I keep going, I want to say, being a mom of multiple children or even 1 child, the thing that has definitely kept my sanity, being often alone with 4 kids, is making sure that I'm organized, making sure that I have everything packed and ready to go the night before if I have an outing the next morning, because oftentimes in the morning we're up, we're busy, we're changing kids, we're feeding kids, and this is the last thing I want to think about before I run out the door. So the next thing I'm going to open up and show you guys. At the front here, there's 2 little pockets, which I really like, and as you can tell, there is just 2 different sizes of diapers in here. We have size 1s for my little girl and a size 6 for my little boy. I only typically bring about 2 diapers for my son, and he's almost ready to potty train, I'm sure. And as for my little girl, for like a few hours out, I'll probably pack more than not enough, so 1 for every hour that we're out, because with little babies, you never know how much they're gonna poop and pee, and you definitely don't want to run out of diapers. The next thing is just a muslin swaddle. These are the Aiden and Anai ones. They're the little mini ones. I really love muslins. I spoke about this in my newborn must-haves, but they're definitely good to go until your child is like my almost 2-year-old is still using muslins, and they're great. This is just really good if we have the air conditioning on in the car and she's just wearing a little romper or outfit. Then we can throw this on her real quick to keep her away from the AC. If we're in a mall or a grocery store that is also cooler, we can use these. I typically tend to bring 2, 1 for changing, 1 for everything else. I can put it on my shoulder, burp her that way. I can cover up while I'm nursing her. These are just so versatile, and I absolutely love baby items that are going to grow with them and that are versatile as well. The next things that I packed in my diaper bag are just a change of clothes. So here I just have a shirt for my toddler. He is not potty training yet. I'm assuming once he is potty training, we will have loads more clothes coming with us, but right now I'm not bringing bottoms. I'm just bringing a top for him, because if we're out at the restaurant or he's eating in the car or something and he has mess and spill on him and I want to go somewhere else afterwards, it's always nice to have a change of clothes. Talking about changes of clothes. I should probably have a wet bag in here to put all the messy clothes in, or even at least a large Ziploc, but I don't have one. So a tip for me and tip for you as well, maybe pack a wet bag. The next thing is just 2 little outfits for my little girl. So it's summertime right now, so these little rompers are just perfect. She's got a little tank top one, and she also has a short sleeve one. These are absolutely awesome. They're cotton, they're breathable, they're a little loose on her. In the weather, it's like 100 degrees right now, typically on your average day. So it's really nice for her to have something that's nice and soft and breathable, and that looks cute as well. So I make sure that I have at least 2 for her. Sometimes I'll pack like a longer pant and a longer shirt in case it gets cooler. But for now, I only have these. The weather, like I said, has just been so warm. Reason for having 2 for little girl: newborn babies and small babies also come with lots of mess. They have spit up, they also poop everywhere, and you're better off having more than not enough if your child has an explosion. The next things I pack in my diaper bag are the Jujubee Be Set collection. I think this is a legacy, but don't quote me on that. But I absolutely love these. I will try and link everything I can find down below for you guys, so you guys can check those out. These are so good for organizing your baby bags, your hospital bags, your purses, and everything like that. So in this one here, I just have a bib for my son. Once again, if we're out at the restaurant or he's eating, we're trying to prevent messes, he has a bib. He doesn't always eat with a bib, but sometimes when we're eating spaghetti out in a restaurant, bibs are definitely an asset. I also have a couple snacks. So these are just some dried raisins and a few little goldfish, because again, when you have cranky, hungry little kids and you're grocery shopping or at the mall or doing something, sometimes it's just so convenient to hand them a little snack. And then the last thing I have is just a cheese stick. Again, that's a snack. This would be something that I put in the morning, and the water as well, just to keep them fresh and cool and good to go. Oftentimes, I also have a little toddler fork in here, because often a lot of restaurants don't offer them. And then I could keep a few coloring crayons and maybe a few little Hot Wheel cars. But this one is actually fairly big. This is only the medium set piece, so the large one can hold a ton more. When my son was younger, I used to keep this for all of his change of clothes, and it actually fit really well. But now I just definitely have other purposes for things, having 2 little babies. So this one again is pretty large, but they all fit in this one bag. There's still loads of room to go. So in here, I just have their Braun thermometer. I spoke about this thermometer in my newborn must-haves as well. I will link that video up in the cards and down below as well, so you guys can check that out. Thermometers are super important, especially with newborns. You obviously don't want them to have a fever. You want to make sure that they're healthy. And when they're cranky and you don't know what's bothering them, sometimes just taking their temperature and checking it out will help a lot. And at the same time, when we travel, all of this comes with me, so I'm never worried about, oh my gosh, I forgot the thermometer at home when we go camping or when we go away on the weekends and things like that. The next thing is just a hat for my little girl. So oftentimes I'll put a white hat in here because it matches pretty much all of her outfits, but she was wearing this little outfit yesterday, so this was in there. Hats are really good. She's often not exposed to the sun, but if she's in the carrier and on my chest, I need to keep the sun off her head, I will definitely put that on her. I also have, going along with that, an extra little bow, because I have 3 boys before her. I definitely love to put little bows on her when we go out in public especially. And I also want her to get used to wearing these little bows. I definitely always make sure I have one at least. I also have another one that was made by someone local to us. Reaching back into my bag of goodies, I also have a couple pacifiers for my little girl, because yes, she loves pacifiers. She is taking the Nook brand pacifier right now, and she loves them and I love them, especially if I'm driving or I can't tend to her right away. These are definitely really soothing for her, and she often leaves the house with one, but if we lose that one and lose a second one, we also have one with a little tie on it. So I don't typically have 2 pacifiers in here, but that's just how it accumulated. And being summer and being really hot, when you go into malls and things like that, once again, could be a little bit cold. So I also have 2 pairs of socks for my little girl with a hair attached to it. I have a gray pair and a pink pair. Once again, depending on her outfit, whatever she's wearing, if she's a little chilly, I could throw a pair of socks on her. And I also have one for my son, because I find sometimes in his sandals, his feet will chafe a little bit and they'll get sore. So I want to have these on hand in case he does get upset with the rubbing or anything like that, if they get moist or wet. want to be able to throw a pair of socks on him. So that sums up what was in this little bag. Moving on, I also have this little Oliva Naturals bum cream. My kids don't typically require a diaper soothing cream every single day, but again, being hot, we were traveling last weekend, being in a wet swimsuit, my son got a little bit of a red rash on his bum and he required a bit of soothing cream. So I always make sure that this is in my bag, no matter if they have a red bum or not. It's always nice to have something that's a little bit more natural that you could just apply to them. So that is all for this big pocket. So moving on to this little cup holder side, my Hydro Flask doesn't fit in this cup holder, so I don't typically put it in here, and I also don't put my son's in here because I don't like the straw being exposed, so I definitely stick it in there. So in here I just have some Arborn Baby Care sunscreen, which I use for my son. I don't use sunscreen on my daughter typically. I did speak with my pediatrician about it though, and she did say that if I was putting it on her legs, if she was in a carrier, would be fine. The only concern with this with small babies is them putting their hands in their mouth or in their eyes and getting hurt, which is not the case for her, and she was completely comfortable. She said their skin dynamic doesn't typically change between 2 months and 6 months, so you're pretty good to go. This is a little bit more of an all-natural sunscreen, and that's what we like to use. We have a few other all-natural brands as well. We have a ton, having 4 kids, but this is the one that is currently in my diaper bag. In this back little pocket where your change pad would normally be, my change pad is actually in the wash right now. So sometimes I'll put a muslin in here. I could add a ton of things in here, but right now I only have a few books. Books and little toys are super awesome to have when you have toddlers on the go and they're in the stroller, or they're at the restaurant, or they're in the car and they're bored and whiny and crying. I always have like little Hot Wheels cars or these books or a coloring book or anything like that that's gonna keep him busy. Like I said, I didn't replenish this diaper bag right before, so things are like in and out. It just depends on what is going on that day. And for the last pocket, which is this pretty good sized, we'll call it the mommy pocket, it is full to the brim because I have all kinds of stuff in there. So the first thing that I have in there are my Ray-Ban sunglasses. I like to keep sunglasses in here. I hate driving when it's super bright. I'm really light sensitive, so it's really important for me to have my sunglasses. I also have my wallet, if I can get it out. This is a wallet that I've been using. I love that it has a zipper on it. Keeps everything confined in here, and I can just take this with me. I also love that it's a wristlet, so if I'm going out without the little ones, which never happens almost, I can definitely just take this along with me. I also have my daughter's immunization records because she is still having her follow-ups at the doctor frequently. She's still getting shots frequently, and she's still tiny, so for any kind of consultation or anything, really important for me to have this in here. She was also a little bit sick when she was born. I'm not going to go into detail about that because I'm sure you guys are probably really tired of hearing about it if you have already heard about it. But she did spend some time in the NICU, so if there was any issue that was going to arise, I'm sure they would want to know what vaccine she has had and which one she has not. The last couple things in here are just my key fob. So I have just this little tiny key fob which I take around with me, which starts my car and does it all. I also have a pen in there because sometimes you have to sign something or write something down, go to the doctor's office or post office or anywhere, and you want to have a pen to write with. And then the last thing is just this NYX Butter Gloss, and I always love to have a lip gloss on me. This is my favorite one. I think it's called Angel Food Cake, but I forget what it's called, and now it's written off. So that is what it is. Sometimes I'll also have like a lip chap if my lips are chapped, especially in the winter time when it's drier. My key fob is really good to keep in here because it's super easily accessible. I am super lucky that I can take my backpack, have it in my hands, put my hand on my door, and the doors unlock on their own. And then I push start the car, so I don't typically have to have my keys, but they need to be on me at all times. And if I did need them, then they would be super close as well. All right, so that sums up what I have in my diaper bag for my 2 babies under 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope if you did, you give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you guys subscribe. I post motherhood, lifestyle content, and some cleaning as well. It's been a little bit slow since my baby was born and this summer because I'm spending all of this time alone phone with all 4 of my babies, but I'll definitely jump into a more regular routine coming this fall, and I would love, love, love to have you guys subscribe with me. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
I was always the one to find myself lost in long conversations, oh, 'cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting.